Hey guys, yes, this is your boy Yabadu. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Yeah, this is your boy Yabadu from Qatar. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. It has been long before I upload the video. Yeah, today I've decided to come and get in touch with you, my subscribers. You might think where I've gone, but I'm around because of some tight schedule. I have no time to make video, but sometimes when I get the little time, I have to come and talk and storytell with you. Yes, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is your boy Yabadu. This is the new year 2024. If you have not met your plans or your themes, you have to do so, since we are in the second week of the year 2024. I'm happy because it's again another time that you are getting in touch. The year 2024, it's not easy, but all in all, yeah, we thank to be healthy and to be alive. Yeah, today I'm just storytelling. Yeah, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm just storytelling. Yeah, I'm looking for the place where I can sit and make the video, but I've noticed, I've decided, like, let me come to the netball pitch where I'll be making the storytelling. I look the place where I can sit. Because of the sound, you can notice that every video that I'm uploading, it has some sound, but don't worry about the sounds. I can show you. Maybe sometimes you get like near the road whereby the vehicle are passing, so you can notice the road, near the road, the vehicle are passing the other side. You see the vehicles are there. Or if I can point this direction, but since I'm facing the other side where the sun is rising from, you can see where the sun is rising from, the vehicle backside there. That's why most of the time when I record the video, you hear a lot of sound, but don't bother about the sound, because what we need to hear is just about the message and if my voice is clear or not. Yes, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is your boy Yabadu. I'm looking for the best space or good space where I can sit and have storytelling. Yes, this is the football, the volleyball pitch where they usually play the volleyball. Yeah, it's a very good space. It's a very good place. You can see even having the carpet on the ground. Yeah, very nice carpet. Even if you fall, you don't get maybe injured because of this very nice carpet. Yeah, this is your boy Yabadu. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're just going to have the storytelling. You know me, then I know you. But for me, I know you through the comments. If you have maybe you have something you want to communicate with me, you can just write down right there in the comment section. Then we'll be communicating. I'll be answering you. If you have any question you want to ask me, you can ask me. Yeah, welcome back to my YouTube channel. And also, you don't have to underrate me with the subscribers. I know everything that starts, it doesn't like start today and it grows the same day, like boom. No, you have to start step by step. Yeah, even they say like the journey of 1,000 miles has to start with the one step. So this is the step that I'm starting from. But again, to say that I don't mean that it's first day to record the video. No. I have so many videos, or several videos that I've been uploading. If you check, my first upload, I think it was last year, January 2023, January. But that being said, so again, It's not that I opened the YouTube channel last year, January, no. My YouTube channel, actually, I opened it 2018. It's when I got interested in making content. But since I had a very tight schedule, I was not able to upload the videos because of my own reasons that I will not maybe sometimes explain. But if you want to know more, you can still comment downside there. You ask the question that you want to ask me, and then I'll answer you. Yes, I have been in YouTube idle for maybe like 4 years before I upload any video. But now, when it reaches last year, 2022, then I decided no, this is my YouTube channel and it will not be idle like that. I have at least to upload, to look for the contents and upload, because that is my passion. You know, also creating video in a YouTube, it's not something that so many people maybe they just maybe they are willing, no. And also, if you are like my audience or my subscribers or someone who will watch my video and maybe he will not be able or he will not be willing to subscribe to my YouTube channel, sometimes he will wonder what is this guy talking about, because it's not easy. Sometimes some people they don't create content, or they fear to create the YouTube channel because they are not used of camera. They don't want to expose their face in the camera. But if you have that passion, you go for it. You don't hesitate to take that chance or to take that opportunity, because since now it's the era of internet, we have so many ideas. We don't mean that if you have those big channels or we have those big social media houses, we don't have to create maybe contents. We as the smallest social media contents. Yeah. So this is your boy Yabadu. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm from Kenya. Yeah, East Africa, from Kenya. Yeah. I'm your boy Yabadu. If you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, if you are new there, please subscribe to my YouTube channel so that I can create more content. Yeah, I'll be creating more content of different variety. As I said before earlier, that my content, I will not be specified at one direction, maybe like reaction videos or no. Sometimes if we don't have maybe anything that has happened that I have to update you or to talk about it, how I feel and how it's supposed to be done, sometimes I just decide to come and storytell with you. I share with you the experience that I have experienced in my life, so that you compare with yours, because everyone has his own history. Everyone has his own life, where I have grown from, or where I have come up from. So you have to share your story if you are willing, and if you are not willing, also it's not good to share. Yeah, this is your boy Yabadu. Yes, even if you check for my previous video, I said that I'm a village boy. I come from the East Africa, Kenya, particularly to be specific. I come from western part of Kenya. Yeah, for those who are in Kenya, they know what I'm meaning to say western part of Kenya. Yes, there is where I was born. Yes, I was born. I have been grown there for when I was a little boy. I went to primary school. I started the primary school for, you know, in Kenya, my time when I was born, the earlier 90s. Yeah, I think, when I was born, earlier 90s, I joined the school when I was, I think when I was around 6 to 7 years, because those days, it's not like now, whereby we have digital and we have so many things are going through the government. The government can wake up even to today or any time and decide like this kid's age or this child's age, like 3 years or 2 years, they're supposed to go to school. But those days, it was the parents who was supposed to decide at which age you are going to school. Yeah, for me, to start from there, earlier 90s, I joined the school when I was 7 years, I think. But the system in Kenya, it's 844. 844, it was 844. Recently, they have changed it for what we call CBC. Yeah, but before we had 844. You have to have 8 years in primary, 4 years in high school, and 4 years again in campus or university or university, whichever name you can fit on. Yes, then I joined the school when I was 7 years, and since I never knew anything, I went to nursery school, to nursery class. I joined nursery class when I was 7 years. I never knew anything, even talking our language. Now we have the two official language in Kenya, which is Swahili and English. But for me, I had only fluent in my native language. Sometimes even if I pronounce some things wrongly, or you don't have to judge me, because it's not where I belong. These are just the language that you are borrowing from outside. But if I was to talk my native language, I think I could talk it fluently. Yeah. Now I joined when I was 7 years. Then I had to spend 8 years in primary. But because I joined the primary school when I was not able to talk Swahili, that Swahili language. Yeah, Swahili language, in fact, right now in Kenya, when the child is born, now it's just born, then you continue talking in Swahili. But before, it was not like that. The Swahili language is language where we were going to school to study. Then after you go to school there, you study, and then you get like you are getting mixed up with maybe some different people, with the teachers. You get those people, the families that maybe they have grown up maybe in urban. Yeah, what I can say, maybe particularly those who are coming from urban areas, they are most likely talking Swahili because they are from urban area. They are meeting different people, so their communication, it was in Swahili. But for we who grew up in the village, it was very hard for us to understand that language. We went through the class and through mixing up with the people, and maybe like mixing up with the different people, it's what makes us to improve our language. Yeah, I started in primary. I think I spent a lot of time in primary. Even if I tell you, people, you just wonder what happened with me. But it's just by the grace of God for us. For me, I believe that by the grace of God, it's what makes me now to be a person whom I look like. I have passion. Whatever I want to do right now, I can do it. I have to just go for it. I don't hesitate. Yes. Now I had to go through the nursery school for, I think I spent quite a bit time in nursery school. I spent maybe like 3 years in nursery school. Mind you, before we had not that like we are going to baby class, and then middle class, and then top class. No, we had just only one class, whereby nursery, and then after nursery, now you have to go to standard 1 or class 1, where now you have to count for 8 good years before you join the high school. Now for me, mind you, I was 7 years when I joined the high school. Then I spent another 3 years in nursery school. Guess what? It means that I went in class 1 when I was 10 years. Then the life started from there. And then in class 1 also, class 1, actually I performed very well, because I had already spent a lot of time in nursery school learning what I was not able to maybe to read, to understand what is going through. Yeah, the first year it was just the introduction about the school environment, how to be maybe to relate with the teachers, how to relate with my fellow pupils or my fellow students. That was my first year. My second year, I was still struggling. And then, in fact, I joined, I think, those time when our president, the late president, the second president of Republic of Kenya, who was Daniel Toroitich arap Moi, when he had introduced the lunch program in school. And most likely, I think what was interested with me and what makes me to go to school every time, it's because of lunch. And that lunch, for those maybe who are from Asia, you can meet my video and then I mention some food that you have not maybe heard about it, or I mention something that you have not heard about it. This is African food. Yeah, back to the same story. Then I think what I was interested about it's about that lunch program. Mind you, as I've said, that I'm a village boy who come from the village, just interior, the typical village boy, where we come from the humble background, where even we are struggling to get how we can feed, leave alone for those maybe people now, right now, even if you say like, I was feeding maybe sometimes 1 meal a day, they're just wondering what are you saying? Is there any person who can eat 1 meal a day? Yeah, but for us it was there, and even sometimes we miss it. That's why I think the president sat down, then he said like, oh, to convince so many kids or so many people to come to school, I have to come up with this criteria, or I have to come up with this maybe some proposal, so that I attract so many people to go and join the school. Actually, most of them are going to the school because of we are having food there. So instead of spending a lot of time at home doing nothing, it's better you go there and you eat food. And our parents are so much excited because they found that the government has eased the burden. By then, it was very, very quite cheap, because even if you compare the price in those days and right now, you can find that there's something we had no idea about it, because even if you compare the price that food those days, it was quite cheap, but our parents were not affording to provide it. Yeah, sometimes like the parents provide breakfast, lunch and supper. It was something hectic for them. So they decided to push a lot of their kids to go to school, just to push a lot of them to go to school, so that they can spend their time, they eat there. Yeah. Then I went to school, we went to school when we were excited, because we had that program, that feeding program, where we are eating the githeri or mixture. I can say mixture. For those who doesn't understand what is githeri or what is mixture. Mixture is maybe like I can say maize and beans. Those days before, I never joined. I think for those who were born maybe in earlier 80s, if I mention about githeri under the program of feeding program of late president, the second president of Kenya, President Daniel arap Moi, they'll say like, oh, this guy is new, he doesn't know what he's talking. Maybe he was told by someone that the program was going on. The first program that he did, I think he introduced the free milk. He was giving people milk, whereby they're saying like maziwa ya nyayo. Maziwa ya nyayo, it was means that something else. I don't know nyayo, how to interpret nyayo in English, but it was maziwa. Maziwa, it's milk. Then Nyayo, the president of those days, we just call him like Nyayo, the nickname, I think so. Yeah. After that, I had not joined the school. Now, for me, I joined the school when they are cooking those mixtures. Yeah. And then we went to school. We used to carry our own plastic plates. We carried our plastic plates. Then I joined the school. Yeah, I went there when I was excited with my friend. The program was there up to we were we are eating around our lunch as the lower classes. I think it was around 12 noon. After 12 noon, after we have fed that lunch, then you will not see us in school again. Just disappear. I start crying. I want to go back home because I have finished what I was going to do to school. Yeah, because we are told, oh, prepare and go to school. Today we are having the mixture, we are having githeri, we are going to eat githeri, and you remember, oh, even if I sit here at home, I will not eat anything. You have to spend, maybe you have to stay there hungry until maybe your mom found something to eat. Sometimes we are used to cook cassava. I just prepare cassava and then you make something porridge. Maybe this is porridge is the flour, the corn flour. We crush the corn flour, we take to the portion mill, and then we crush, it turns to the flour. Then they come, boil water, they mix with it, they stir or they boil that mixture of water and the corn flour, and then they make it to be porridge. Now you use it you use cassava as an escort, and then the porridge, yeah, use it to drink. Yeah, to come back to the same story, then I was managed to the first year to adapt to the school environment and enjoying that food. Now the second year again, I went to school again. I was not aware about education. The third year again the same. Now the third year, at least I was now getting something, and I was coming back to my sense. Now, mind you, now I was 10 years when I joined class 1. I mean, then from there it was marathon. Class 1 I went okay. Class 2 I went okay. 12 years. Class 3 again, it was another parable, because now I was now getting things to start to be tough on my side. Those mathematics, a lot of things, carry this, carry that. For those days, we had our classes was just like that, a lot of dust, just like there, a lot of dust. You are sweeping at morning, a lot of dust. You have to carry that, how do we call the wastage of cow dung? Yeah, cow dung, it's called cow dung, the wastage of cow. Then we go and smear the class, we make our class very clean. So that days, even if you see me, but I think those days we had a lot of cameras. If it were cameras, I think I could have maybe taken some photos so that I can put in the internet. But the memory is there. Since the memory can't be fed, if I imagine, I can draw the picture how the pupils or how the children were looking like. Yeah. Then to reach in class 3, I think again I had to experience some problems, because there is when now you have to transition from lower class to go to upper class. Yeah. Now again I spent 2 years in class 3. I think so. I was struggling very hard to study, to read, to understand now Swahili language, to understand English language. Then I managed to go to standard 4, which is now, right now, it's I think grade 4. I stepped, I think, if I spent 3 years in lower classes, which is nursery, then I spent another 4 years in class 1, class 2. I take 3 years in class 3. Those are 4 years plus 14. Then I went to standard 4. I went to standard 4. At least things now are starting to be a little better. But again, we are scared, because those days we had the corporal punishment, whereby the teacher can even punish you. The teacher can beat you. You can't have that maybe like he's feeling for you. No, just beat you with anything. So also that one makes a lot of people, makes a lot of students to feel like they can't go to school, because if you fail one subject, or if you fail anything assignment in class, the teacher will maybe wake up, even start punishing you, just beating you up, so many strips or so many sticks. Yeah. Then class 4, it was a little bit okay. And then I went to class 5, class 6, class 7. I think for those who I studied with them, if they come across this video, they can draw that picture when we are studying those days. I went to class 7, class 8. I did my class 8 in 2000, and I think I did my standard 8 in 2008. Yeah, 2008. 2007, I think I was in class 7 when those, after election, we had those clashes after election. Then I did my KCPE. What is KCPE? Like primary, Kenya primary, Kenya certificate of primary education, something like that. Then I did my KCPE that year, and then I went to secondary school. I joined the secondary school. Again, we had a lot of fracas. My parents were not able to pay the school fees. That 2009, I remember that year very well. Now, since I was mature person, I can remember everything. My parents were not able, because I also joined the nearest school whereby you can walk. Like, I was walking, I think, like if I'm not wrong, like 8 kilometers to go to school early in the morning. I have to wake up around 5 o'clock. Yeah, wait, I have forgotten something. Before I joined, now I did my exam, the results was out. I never passed that well, like those who are saying like, oh, I passed with the flying color. No, I was just an average student who did with my own disciplines, and how teachers, I respected teachers, I respected the society. I can say like I passed in average, that it was average mark. Yeah. Then we are supposed to join, I was supposed to join Form 1 or high school. I was supposed to join high school in February. Yeah, I think those days, before, the government had planned that any person who has sat for KCPE, which is a primary Kenya certificate of primary education, was supposed to join the second month of the new year. So for me, it was another problem, because my parents were not able to pay the school fees. The only person that we were depend on, it was my elder brother, because I think he had already finished the university, he already finished the campus. So our eyes all were looking at him to support us, but that was burden, because I had also my elder sisters and brothers who he was supporting them in school. So it was very big problem. So I had to stay at home. I think when people are joining the high school, my fellow classmates whom I did with them exam, or that national exam, they have already started joining the school. They started, it was February, 1st February, whereby the student was supposed to report in school 1st February. For me, I stayed there almost first week, second week. I think I joined the third week. I remember the time I went first to school, and mind you, it happens like this. When we are joining, when we are new student, I think it's all over the world. We are taking the child to school, to enroll him to the school. Then I think the first day you have to go with your parents. But what happened to me, because my father and my mother, they are not able, and I was feeling like I was pitying my brother, because he was only person who can carry my burden. Then I decided, I approached my parents and asked them about me going to high school. Then they asked me the question, and now you are asking us to go to the school, where will money come from? Then I was very sad. Just think about the situation whereby you are in a group of people and you are appearing like you are a star, even if you are not like top-notch bright, but you are a star in your own way. Even your friends, they know you like the guy who is always active and talkative. Now my parents told me, they asked me the question, where is the money that you are demanding to go to school? Then I was like, I felt very sad. Then I decided like, okay, it's okay. My brother is not around. My brother is supporting our siblings. So what I have to do, I think I'll have to go to school. I'll just find the old bag, and I think my first school bag, someone who gave me my first school bag, I think it's my sister who gave me that school bag. Yeah, this is just the storytelling time. It's not about content making, maybe something that touching, but it's life experience and history. As I started, I said like every person or everybody has his own history to make. You can write your own book. This is my book now. If you can listen, if you are interested, just take your time and listen and compare with yours. It's not wrong to tell your story. It's not wrong to tell where you come from. Yeah, because sometimes some people, they fear like, oh, if I say this, maybe some people, they will underrate me, or I am coming from poor background. But remember also, those life that you are usually see in social media, most of people, they are faking their life. They are just pretending to make it to be very better, to make it to be very sweet. But in real life, if you approach them on the ground, you find things that are totally different. Yes, going back to where I have left my story, I think my first bag to go to school, I got that bag from my sister. And I should not forget to mention about, even I used my sister's books. Some books my sister had used when he was in Form 1, Form 2, and Form 3. But since he was having so many subjects, I think he was writing the books. Then before the book completes, he was leaving the book. Maybe some books had like, maybe like 15 pages, some book had like 20 pages. Now I went on and cut those papers that she had written something. Then I trimmed out those papers. I removed, I plugged out. Then I remained with these few papers just to number the books. Like I had almost 8 books, but the subject, I think there are 12 subjects. If I'm not, there are 11 subjects. Yeah, we are not doing the computer because our school had not that modernized like it can teach computer. I think so, but we had a library. Yes. Then I come there. I went and collect my sister's bag. It was there, very dirty bag. When I whipped that bag, yeah, it was very emotional. If I think right now, that's why you see, sometimes you can't tell who you will be in life. That's what makes me, sometimes I work hard in life. Doesn't matter what I go through, but I have to work hard. The journey is very long, and I can't underestimate my strength to become a rich person in future. And I say I'm millionaire. I'm millionaire, or I'm billionaire in future. That's what I believe. I whipped the bag, and then I collected those books. That assignment I took, I think, the full day when I was doing my own preparation. I hung the book somewhere, and then I had that school, actually it had they were wearing the, I think, navy blue trouser, and then they had something like a white shirt. Yeah, if I'm not wrong. That's my first school, because I'll come to how I studied in 4 school, high school. Is it 4? Yeah, 4 school, if I'm not wrong. It's true. Then I slept. That was now the 3rd week of February. The 3rd week of February, the year 2009, after I did my KCPE 2008. Now February 2009, where was the people who are supposed to join the school, but they are joining 1st of February. For me, I spent 3 weeks at home waiting my parents to collect money so that we put together, I go back to school. But I never had any reaction from them. And again, I can't blame them because they are jobless. They are just there farming. And then you mind you, what they are farming, it's not like if you are, say like my parent was is a farmer, it's not like he's farming like this economical farming or cash crop farming. No, he was just farming for feeding, just little food that you can feed. And sometimes the season is fail, even they don't have the money to buy fertilizer so that they can top dress those plants to grow up well. It was very quite hard life. If I could just imagine about it, it was very hard life. Yeah. Then after that, I go back where now I had left. Then I spend all throughout the day to collect the books and arrange my bags. Then after doing that, I went and asked my father that tomorrow I'm going to the school. Then father again looked at me. Are you okay? Last time you came to me to ask about you are going to school. Then I told you, if you have money, you can take yourself to school. And if you don't have money, you have just to wait. Even if my father is not, he's still alive. Even if he come across this clip, he can just imagine. Then I think he will understand the kind of the story that I'm putting across. It's not like I'm just lying or no, it's the pure story without even editing. It's just the raw content. As you hear me, it's what I was going through. Then after I asked him, then he told me the same thing I've said. Then I said it's okay. I slept. I remember it was on Monday, that's 16 February 2009. I waked up, then I went to school early in the morning. Yeah, that day I told father, then he answered me the way I have said. Then the following day, now early in the morning, I was supposed to wake up around 5 o'clock. Actually, I waked up that Monday 5 o'clock. Then I went where my father was working. It was around 5:30, if I'm not wrong. Where he was working, he was plowing the shamba. When I say the shamba, he was plowing the field, cultivating the field using the horse. Is it horse or bulls? Yeah, ox drawn. Yeah. I think it's ox drawn. I went there. I having my bag. I had looked a navy blue trouser, and a navy blue trouser also, it has its own story, whereby I just got something little about it, but it's the story of another day. I had navy blue trouser, whereby this again navy blue trouser, mind you, you can ask the question that where did you get the trouser, where did you get the uniform? There's one of my cousin also who had already joined the previous year in 2008. He joined the same school. Then because of lack of school fees, this guy decided to drop out of the school. Then I went and borrowed that guy because I knew this guy has been in that school and I am interested to join the same school. Let me go and borrow that trouser so that I do what? I'll use the same trouser to go to the same school. And that guy was gracious enough. Thank you very much. My cousin's name is David. Yeah, David, thank you very much. Bro, if you hear this video, or you come along this video, just know that I mentioned you the reason. It was David, and I'll never forget about that guy. That guy took his trouser and took the white shirt. Then he gave it to me. He handed it over to me because I narrated for him everything about what has happened, what is going on. Then he also asked me, bro, you want to go to school? I said yes. And what about the school fees? Who will pay the school fees? Just see, like me, my father has neglected me. I went just to school for just only one term. The second term I started first week, then I dropped out of the school. what about you? Then I said, for me, I believe I'll go to school. Then he told me, okay, because these uniforms, after I've dropped out of the school, I just decided to keep the uniform. I'll not sell it for you. I just give you for free. Go and try. Because also this guy gave me those uniform with all his maybe he believed that he believes maybe I'm just going to school for the sake of going to school, but I'll not manage it or I'll not complete, because he also understand my background. Yeah. Then David gave me the uniform. Then that morning, February 2009, that's 16 Monday, 5:30, I went where my father was plowing. I'd already dressed up. I'm very neat. I had some, I had no shoes, of course, but I had some slippers. If I say slippers, so many people they know the sandals. Went to the shamba. Shamba in Kiswahili word, shamba, which means field. I went where my father was plowing. Then I stayed there. I asked him, Father, I'm going to school. Then he asked me, now you are going to school with who? I just kept quiet. Then as long as I have told him, because I assumed like if I go without informing him this morning, maybe sometimes he'll meet some of his friends, maybe then he'll start narrating the story like, my son waked up, then he decided to go to school, he never consulted me. Maybe he'll find out he can defend himself. That's why I faced him that morning. I never wanted me just to go to school without again talking to him. After dismissing me, I decided to go to school. I went to school. Then I met the principal, the school principal. Then the school principal asked me, where is your father? Then I said, my father is busy. I think he'll have to come. Then principal told me, no, I'll not allow you to the class, because we are enrolling who is your guardian. We want to see who is your guardian, so that we can enroll you to the class. We know if you want school fees, who have to contact, even if something happens to you, you'll have to have your own guardian who will maybe defend you for, maybe if they have meeting, those AGM, annual general meeting in school, who will be going there to discuss the matters concerning my study. Then the principal asked me to go back and come with my parents. Then I went. I have forgot. Then what runs to my mind, I had to think fast, and to think faster. Then I told the principal that, okay, my father is not around, but again, my father is very strict. I left home while he's not around. But if I go just like that and I report like I was in school, he will not believe. And principal was very kind, and he listened at me. I think he's a guy who has come from also the same background, the poor background, the humble background. Then he asked me, now how will I help you since your father is not there? And then I asked him, please just write the note, so that you can signify or it can show that I was in school. Now I needed to accompany my parents. The principal sent me to, I think he sent me to deputy principal. Yeah, he asked me to go to deputy principal. After he called the deputy principal, then he asked that guy, please, I'm sending the student is here. He did the exam, but he needs to be admitted. Just write him a note to ask to accompany his parents. Then I went to deputy principal. The deputy principal wrote for me that the note. He gave me the note. I went back at home. Mind you, I have already walked for 8 kilometers to the school. I reached there at 8, exactly at 8. Then, after he wrote for me, and then I went back at home again. I went back at home. I found my mom. I told my mom what has gone through, because I think my mom, there are those people who had those old education. So, okay, my mom was very careful and he was very caring about education. But again, he, I can describe that he was not able to understand about the current system that 844, because for them they are also another different kind of education, whereby they were studying for I think 7 years, then it was enough for you to be employed, and they were clever, by the way. Yeah, I discussed with my mom. My mom told me, okay, let us wait your father to come and explain. When my father came, and then I never even explained anything, I just took the letter and hand over the letter to him to read it for himself. Then father went through the letter, then he was like, oh, now I don't have money, what will I have to do? I just begged with him. Then went somewhere, I don't know where, he collected like 10 US dollar. Those days it was around 900 shillings Kenyan. For those who are in Kenya, they understand what I'm meaning. We went with the father back to school the following day, Tuesday. When we reached there, he talked to the school principal, talked with him, he tried to convince him. But since he was very healthy and very fat, the principal will not believe what he was telling him. He just assumed like, oh, this is, I know most of the parents when they want to convince the teachers so that the children be admitted, they usually use a lot of language. Then after my father, I think this 900, he deposited as a registration fee. I think it was around 500. 500 those days, 2009, it was a lot of money. By the way, it was like around $5. Yeah, that was registration. Then they accessed my things. You have to buy the file, you have to buy geometric set, mathematical set, you have to buy the logbook, you have to have the Bible, you have to have the dictionary, you have to have the kamusi. Kamusi, this one is just like a Kiswahili dictionary. Now, it was a pile of things whereby I looked at the principal's eyes, then I just nodded my head. Then he noticed something. Later on, after he asked me and with my father to go back at home, I decided to go back at home. We went back at home when I was very tired, but I never again felt like too much disappointed or so much disappointed. I decided again to go there back. That is when now it was on Wednesday. I went back there alone. Then he saw me and then he asked me, why are you coming here? And yesterday I told you to come with this and this and that. I went there. I cried a lot. Then some people there have that human heart. We have another guy who was also he had finished the campus. I think he was in attachment. He was teaching us he taught us I think geography and something to do with the geography, I think, and Swahili. That guy was called Mr. Sam. Mr. Sam, very young boy. Mr. Sam looked at me and then he asked me, what is your problem? I explained everything. Then just by explaining, he told me something that, you see, yeah, okay, my real name is Dennis. He called me Dennis. You are a very clever boy, and I'll never leave you to be like that. He went back to the principal, and then he discussed with the principal. Then principal, he just decided to pull out the paper. He writes something, then he give it to me. He asked me to go to administration teacher. Yeah, they have those positions. He's not the one who is administrating the kids or administering the kids. He asked me to go to administration teacher. When I reached there, that guy never asked me about those books that they needed. Then he wrote something, then he asked me again to go back to the principal. Then I went there. Now it was just the matter between life and death. Now I have to cheat. Principal asked me, where is your parent? I told him, my parent is right now is admitted. He's in hospital. We don't have the bill to discharge him. The bill has accumulated. It's almost 50,000. The 50,000 to say it, it was like 500 US dollar. So if you are just like asking for me to buy the books around maybe around let us say 100 US dollar, and I'm not able to buy, what about 500 US dollar that you have to pay the bill to the hospital? Will I be able? And the term is running over, is running away, you see. Now I decided the principal decided to have mass with me. Then I went to, he told the teacher, okay, let him go to class. It's when I was admitted to Form 1. Yes, that was my storytelling, but I have part 2 of my life. Part 2, it will coming very, very soon. I'll have to continue from where I have left. Now, my journey started when I joined Form 1, second month of New Year 2009. Now it was Monday, I went, I came back. Tuesday I went, I came back. Wednesday they admitted me. There is where my story, I'll have to end my story from there. Let us meet in part 2. Please, if you have not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. This is your boy Yabadu. I love you so much. You also have the story to tell us. You can tell us, you can interact with me in comment section. Thank you very much. I love you and I adore you. Thank you very much, my subscriber, my audience. This is your boy Yabadu. Remember to subscribe and turn on the notification button so that if I upload any video, you'll be able to hear or to see the notification, so that we can at least share something with you. I love you people. I honor you. I respect you. Bye bye.